2 foods for this.
2 foods, upgraded resources.
Hello there and welcome back. My name is Elena.
And I'm Photios, and this is the Game Court.
Today we decided to make another video of board game upgrades because you like that very much, and we have a lot of board games that are super duper bazazo.
So in the first video we showed to you our top 10 favorite upgrade board games, and in this video we're going to show you 10 more.
Let's see who starts, because we found this coin that has 2 sides, and one is a yes and one is a no. Photios is always yes and I'm always the no, so we always like do something like this. We'll see who starts. Your turn.
It's my turn, yes. Alright, so the first game I would like to show to you is this one here. It's a solo-only game. It's Legacy of You. It's designed by Sam Phillips and published by Garfield Games. And there are 2 particular upgrades that I would like to show you here. We have the board here, obviously. Oh, look at this. These are the punch boards which have not been used at all. So we have upgraded these 2 components. Right, this is a storybook. This is a Legacy solo-only game with a campaign mode. So a couple of upgrades here. Instead of these food provisions baskets, we have now these ones here, which are like 3D printed baskets, and they're painted.
And shaded maybe?
They're shaded as well, yeah. They have bread inside, not veggies, but they're quite cool. But also here we have actually real core cells. You can see they make also nice noise, right? Instead of these punchboard cardboard components, we have real core cells. And yeah, otherwise the game is the same, yes. But
this is the insert that it comes with, and these are all the meeples and all the components that it would come with.
They're supposed to be a bit better organized, but yeah, I have it a bit like that. I'm in the middle of the campaign, so I'm enjoying it so far quite a lot.
That's what I was just about to say. How's that going?
Challenging.
How many times did you win so far?
I think I have won once, but have lost twice. So you play up to 13 games in this game. You have 7 wins or 7 losses, whichever comes first.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're definitely going one way. My first choice is Tiletum, or Tiletum, or Tiletum, or
Tiletum.
Tiletum. I think there are variations of how to say it.
By the way, Tiletum was our 2022 best game of the year.
Yes. So obviously, how could we not have upgraded it?
Exactly.
Righty, that's the boxy. And the game kind of comes with these kind of things anyway already, like all these columns. Happy?
Yeah.
All these columns and all of that, the game comes with. But we upgraded all the resources because you use incredibly many resources in this game. So like, the amount of resources you actually use in this game is quite astonishing. Like, I've not played a game that plays with so many resources at once. You might end up with like 20 or 30 resources by yourself, so you need to have a lot of resources. So this is the soup bowl, which we should have probably like painted this a little bit here in the middle, but we didn't. It still looks very good though. And this is the wool.
Yes, or the yarn.
The yarn, the brick, the anvil, and some money. And they're all, again, because we have the 3D printer, this is how they are done, and some of them are a bit painted, I think.
Yeah.
No, yes. Maybe, I'm not sure.
And we try to also match the dice colors here. So this is for the anvil and the yarn and the stone. So we try to match as much as possible these colors here. And I think they're quite cool upgrades.
Yeah, and it does add to the experience quite a lot. Also, the insert is done by you, and it does make a difference when you have to pull all these little tiles out and put them back in order. It does make quite a difference though, really.
I think one of the important aspects here that they have created is that these tiles are for 2 players, these are for 3 players, and these are for 4 players, so you can directly separate them. And have also the cathedrals here in a nice tray, organized as well.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to take another 2-3 seconds extra to put everything in boxes. I do put them in bags anyway, but it does make a difference at the end.
My next choice is a game that many of you love. It's a very loved game. It's called Dune Imperium, and here we have the big box.
Big box.
We have the big box version, which is a bit dusty. We need to play it more often, I think. So this big
box.
This big box includes some miniatures, and but apart from that, we have also done some further upgrades. So we're going through this now. So this is these are the different rule books for the expansion as well. This is the main board. This is the expansion board and the other expansion board.
To say this game has a very nice insert. It comes with a very nice insert, which I really appreciate. I like it very much. The way it's like leveled, it's very nice. The components sit very nicely in it.
Yeah, the metal coin and these figurines come with a big box edition. But I would take a baggy out, obviously the red.
I'll take my yellow.
Yes, and again, you can see here the soldiers. These come with a big box. But what we have done here, what we have printed.
Whoopee! I don't know what's on the floor.
What we have printed here this marker, which is for how much power you have for the combat. We have printed these round markers for the points, and also these for the influence of the sides. So we have printed this additional stuff. But also, if we go a bit further down, maybe on this box here, I want to say.
Yeah, very nice insert.
Yes, the game comes with these. Tokens, yes, for the guilds, which have been now for our game replaced with these 3D printed tokens for the guilds. So yeah, a few upgrades overall. You can also store the wooden components here that originally come with the game, but a few upgrades overall, again using our 3D printer, putting into practice to improve our experience.
It's like how many times do you actually, like trial and error kind of situation where you print a lot of things. Sometimes it doesn't work, but if it works, it's quite nice.
Also, yes, the game comes with this very nice 3D metal coin for the worm, but look at this amazing 3D printed worm, right? It's pretty cool, isn't it? This is for the first player marker.
Yes. Which is almost useless, but it's very pretty.
It's very pretty.
Alrighty. My next choice is one of my favorite games, and you can probably see from here, it's Anno 1800.
An amazing game.
This is an incredible game, it's an amazing game, and it plays very well. What you technically do in this game is you try to build industries, to develop more industries, and look after your people in the population, which doesn't sound that much, but it's very exciting because you create this like super duper tech tree. So it's a lot of everything that you do in this game. Righty.
And if you have played this game, you will already know, do you have sausage? Do you produce sausage?
Anybody does clothes, anybody has a gramophone. So it's a lot of we played a lot of games here.
Let's see some scores.
Let's see.
Elena 89, 40, 87.
Elena 30, look, oh no,
Elena.
98. Hey, oh, I didn't win here. Who's F? F and F?
F is 40, and
Oh, we
this
played
is
twice.
Rhys, our friend. Yeah.
Rhys lost.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't win. Oh, I won
There
here.
you go.
I
Okay.
won one.
Right. So let's put this aside.
This is good for when you argue with your partner, whomever won more or less. It's always good to keep evidence behind.
History.
History. Gorgeous board. Gorgeous board. Back of the board. Super duper art. And then we have the very nice insert.
Made by myself again.
Yeah, and this is like a big foam core or little foam core? This is a bit thicker foam core.
Yeah, this is 3 millimeters, this is 5 millimeters.
And we have here, instead of the cubes that would normally sit onto a board, so let me just make this a bit easier to explain. So you'd have wooden cubes of the same colors as these people over here, and then you'd place them into your pool over here and then dispatch them into these little icons to actually use that resource. And instead of that, you have 3D printed. You've printed and then you've painted as well.
Yes, exactly.
So they go from here and then they move into the places that they actually need to move into. And then whenever you've finished with them, they can be retrieved somewhere or another.
They're a bit more chunky than the cubes the game comes with, but also they have the icons of the game, so it's very, very nice. I think they're very nice.
It's very easy to play with, and it's very convenient because they're a bit bigger, so it's easy to grasp, if anything. Also, another upgrade that we did is I think these ones came afterwards, haven't they?
Correct.
So these ones are fairly new. Like these ones, I think you've just 3D printed not very long ago.
A couple of games we have made.
But we had these ones beforehand, and these are, and those ones. These and these ones are, we bought from a woman from the internet, and I don't remember what her name is, but she did an amazing job. And we have gold over here, and I think this is like a plastic
I guess,
3D
plastic
printer.
yes, yes.
So we bought them because they're so amazing, and you have the exploration tokens and the trade tokens. So all of these we bought from a woman from the internet, a very nice lady that did some amazing components.
I mean, if you don't have these, the game comes with very small, fiddly punchboard components.
Yeah, like
punchboard
cardboard
Yes.
tokens.
Yeah, so these are quite a nice upgrade. They don't have the heftiness of resin, but still, I think they are quite good.
I mean, at any point, if anybody is interested in like things that we have bought, like these ones, leave us a comment in the description. Leave us a comment in the comments, and we'll try to find her name if you are interested in these, because they are quite nice to play with.
But also the insert of the game has been designed with, with in mind to set up the game easily. So this you can just take it directly and put
It goes on the table,
on the
doesn't it?
board.
Yeah.
Also, this directly as it is goes on the other side of the board. And also, the most importantly, the people who have played Anno, they know how fiddly it is to set up the main board with all the different industries. So we have created this here, categorizing the industries into types. So it's so much easier to just pop, pop, pop.
It does make a difference, and then whenever you pull them back in the same color, and then you just put them back in, and it's easier to pull for the next game. That's quite nice.
Next choice is Barrage, and this is an amazing game. Was recommended by a guy who follows our channel. Thank you very much. We really enjoyed this game, and we really anticipate for the new map that is supposedly for 2 players only to arrive.
Yeah.
So in this game, Barrage, we have made also a couple of upgrades. Nothing 3D printed by us.
For a change.
Yes, but we have, as usual, made an insert, a foam cone insert, and we have this Lee Water Project expansion. So we have a component for an extra faction. So that's why you see 5 trays here. All of these are the components. But what I would like to really highlight,
That's so nice.
it's this tray here. That's the resource tray. And you can just put it on the table so easy to...
That's what we do, don't
exactly.
we?
And you have 3 different... You have upgrades here. You have upgrades when it comes to the coins, which are metal coins by Moedas in Brazil.
Oh, yes.
Very nice coins, very
hefty, these ones.
Yes.
Like we bought from them, and some of them are not, the super best quality, but these ones are really spot on. They're very nice, very hefty, and they look very nice. They feel very nice to play with too.
And then we bought these resources, these upgraded water tokens. It comes with these wooden tokens, the game, as you can see in this packet. They're not very bad, but this one feels so much better, and you can put them like, standing up basically. And these are from, we went to the UKG, to the UK convention, and one of the exhibitors there was a guy who is specializing in board game upgrades. He's always specializing in board game upgrades. So we picked these ones and picked also the
Orlean ones.
Yes, Orlean.
The Orlean ones are exactly from the same shop, and they look very good, and they're super duper awesome. I want to play Orlean now.
If you want to watch the Orlean resources, you have to watch our previous video of board game upgrades. So yeah,
but these are very nice.
They're very
good.
You can get a few, yeah.
And like, it's very nice. And like these days though, it's very hard. It's almost impossible, I would say, to find a game that does not come with an insert of some sort. It's like most games these days come with an insert, which is fine, particularly for people that are not into like building inserts and stuff like that. But whenever we can, we really appreciate a homemade insert.
Even if some games come with inserts, though, the inserts are not very functional. So sometimes we just replace the insert with our own insert.
Next on my list is Furnace. And I really hope you have played Furnace, because Furnace is very nice. And we must have mentioned Furnace already in like at least...
Yeah, once or twice.
Or 20 times. Furnace is a very nice economic game. It's one of these build your...
Engine?
Thank you. Build your engine kind of game. And then from there, one feeds into the other, one card feeds into the other. Every card is a building.
Yeah.
And every building does a different kind of thing. So you kind of exchange resource for resource until you get to money. And the end goal is money. Whoever has the most money wins the game.
But also the auction aspect of this game is amazing.
Tip top, isn't it?
Because if you lose the auction, you gain the compensation.
Which is quite nice.
What do you get?
Compensation. We have a lot of games that we like with auction. We don't particularly have them, but there are lots of games that we like with auction. But this is, I don't think we've seen it in an economic game.
I think we don't own a lot of auction games only because they tend to be better at high play counts, and usually we try to keep in our collection games that are really played well in too. But we have a lot of friends who own these games, so it's good to play with them.
I mean, We do have a couple of games, 2, 3, 4, well, a few games that play good at higher player count, and we don't play them as much, but that's because we don't play, in very high numbers all the time. We should probably do something about that. We should maybe show you whatever we have in our collection that we prefer at higher player count. Anyhow.
Let's go this now. Let's go.
I can probably talk about a million things all the time. Righty.
So what we have here? Let's see.
This is a game rule. Look, it came with this. We didn't upgrade this. Righty. Oh, we have quite a lot of things in here.
4.
Yes.
5. You're
Cheating. Okay, so the game came with all these upgrades. So these ones are from the game. However, there is, instead of the starting player token, there is another token that looks exactly the same, but is 3D printed. And this is quite awesome. This is quite nice because you do move this token around. It's almost not very useless. Then you have the cards, and then you have resources, because that's what you normally do in the game. You exchange a lot of resources. So these ones are the old ones, and this is the iron.
Yes.
This is the iron, and this is exactly the same as it was before. This is the oil, and the oil has oil barrels. These ones are quite nice.
Yeah, I think I have the old oil barrels here somewhere. Oh, there they are. They are here. You see, they look like a kind of a weird yellow octagons, like octagon cylinders. So not very representative. So we printed these ones ourselves.
Which look exactly like oil barrels. The coal is still coal in this game for us. And then you have the cogs.
Which used to be like that, the cogs that you upgrade your industries to the other side.
But now they look like this. They're actual metal cogs. How did we get these?
All you have to do is to search on these big online retailers.
BGG store.
Like Amazon or eBay, you can search for metal charm cogs or gears, and you can find plenty of these.
We have like a gazillion of them. They do make quite a difference, and they're very pretty. Do we use them in Orleans?
We do use them in Orleans too.
We use them in Orleans as well.
But you also have a playmat here. This is the official playmat that comes with the game. Because, as we said, in every round of the game, you do an auction, and this is where you put the cards for the auction for 2 players, 3 players, and 4 players, and this is where you hold your resources, basically.
And also, what we do is, instead of tipping everything off, because we have this very nice little box created, they just kind of go on top over here, so you don't have to tip them all over, and then whenever you finish, you can put them back in the box, which is quite easy. Yeah, this is a very nice. I like this mat very much, although it's a bit excessive because there is a mat on top of a mat. This is a mat, isn't it? Yes. There's a mat on top of a mat, but it fits in the box, right?
It fits exactly. When it fits the box,
how do you not get it?
We don't have the expansion for fairness. It's called, I think, Interbellum or something like that. I would really like to go get it.
The thing is, though,
it fits in the box.
We don't know anybody that has it though, and I really want, especially with expansions, I think it's normally me that says no to expansions, because if I like the game as it is, I don't like the core of the game to be changed. And if anybody has played the expansion of Fairness, please let us know, because if it is very good, then we'll buy it.
Next game in our list is Raiders of the North Sea. This is one of the first few games we acquired in our collection, and we really love this game because we are sentimentally, attached to it. Yes. So we have done a few upgrades here. So let's open the box to see what's what. We have some player aids from BGG.
BGG.
Of course, the rulebook,
I don't know if we have any game that does not have a fan-made or something downloaded in
BGG. Yeah.
from any game. Every game has an extra stuff somewhere, somehow.
Now this is let's say the first edition of the game. I know that there's a second edition that comes with non-metal coins, but this game, it came with metal coins
that was
itself.
Lucky, wasn't it?
That's very So you have the original metal coins here from Galaktix, which are very nice. Very, very nice. So we didn't upgrade that, this came like that. But we have printed a couple of stuff here for you guys. So what we have upgraded the meeples. The meeples are 3 colors, white, grey and black, and used to be like that, grey with the meeples. And we have upgraded them to these 3D printed meeples, which look like proper Vikings. A bit 8-bit, but proper Vikings. And they're super nice.
They have little noses.
Yeah, they have little noses, they have how they call horns as well.
Where did you find these files?
Most of the designs that we print in our 3D printer, we find them from a website called Thingiverse. And sometimes I do some little changes, but I'm not very good in 3D design myself, I would say. So I don't design 3D like inserts or anything like that. So most of the files we are printing, we just find them online and then we adapt them a little bit to create our own components. However, the other thing I have great about this game, not only this game, a series of games, a few games, it's the resources. So the resources here in these games usually come like punch board tokens like that. And the same is true for paladins and for wayfarers. And because we have all of these games in our collection and we really like to play with tactile resources, Elena did an amazing job in creating these clay resources.
Well, now they're
everywhere. So these are clay resources, and with a bit of jute around. They are powerful, they are very, very hefty, they are very beautiful. They make the experience so much better.
How many years have we had them for now?
These resources?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe 2-3 years easily. I would say easily,
years
yes,
now, yeah. I mean, if you've watched the first video, we talked about them then, and I mean, they're very cute, why wouldn't we?
Exactly.
Another one down, another one to go. Next on the list for me is Galaktix, which we have spoken about earlier, and I'm sure we must have done a review video very recently. And this is a very nice game that plays very fast, and it's a one-player game only, but we like playing it at two. And the upgrades on this are, let's see, as another one. And then this is the board. Let's just take this board for a change. And this comes over here. And the upgrades we did was from these ones. The token, the game comes with these tokens. And there's some flags, there's some spaceships.
And white spaceships, grey spaceships, black spaceships.
And some tools over here that you can pair and make some extra stuff with. And we upgraded them to...
Everything, but yes.
Everything. Let's open this.
These are our white spaceships, 3D printed white spaceships. And you can place them on the
They
board.
look very nice when you place them up like that.
Yes, exactly.
Like the more you place, the better they look. Because you place quite a lot during a game, don't you? So like you start with some, but then as the game goes, look how pretty they are.
Grey spaceships, black spaceships, and also have here the flags, which represent the objectives
And
that you have to reach, and the tools, of course. So everything is again 3D printed in nice tokens, resin tokens.
They do, when you almost finish the game, you have all of them like poking up and down, sort of like 3D effects on the board. It looks quite cool. I mean, it's not very much on an upgrade. The dice are still dice. I mean, there's not very much of a game anyway. The experience is very nice, but I think it's very nice and it gives it a different feel.
I think if you want to be reasonable here, you have paid more on upgrading this game than actually the cost of the game.
Hey, but you have to think, am I going to keep this game for a while?
Yeah,
am I going to play this game many, many times? Yes.
We have already played this game like 30 times plus.
Easy, yeah,
exactly.
At least. So, you know, we do tend to keep, when we keep games, we do tend to love them quite a lot for quite a long time. So, might as well just share the love and the investment. Is this your last game?
This is my last game. This is the second to last game between us. So that's the last game I would like to present. It's Patchwork. I mean, if you're watching this video and you don't know what Patchwork is, I don't know, something is
wrong. What are you doing here? Yeah.
Exactly.
Like this game comes in like 100 million gazillion editions of Valentine's, Halloween,
yes.
Different languages, different themes. It's the same game, but it just adds to it.
It comes in a doodle edition as well, Patchwork doodle. So this is a 2-player only game by Uwe Rosberg. Even if, you know, in BGG you can find some variants. If you have 2 copies of this, you can play as 4 players. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
That's really cool.
Yeah, but it's an amazing game. It's a polyomino tiling laying game where you're trying to basically do the best quilt, right?
Yeah.
So
whoever finishes better wins the game.
Yeah, we haven't upgraded the
How do you
polyomino
upgrade
tokens.
that? Oh, I don't think you can.
I have seen pictures on BGG that people actually have created, you know, small kilts to be presented, like you know, felt components, whatever.
Oh no,
Yes.
no. I cannot touch felt. It just gives me the heebie-jeebies. So
Now-
there's no felt for us.
We have a few upgrades here. First of all, the player tokens that you know you put on the board to progress the
This one
time and
different.
stuff. We have replaced them with these how they call these ones?
I don't know. You know the ones that you put on your finger when you sew?
Yeah, exactly.
And you cross
Exactly.
stitch so you can push the needle in with them? That's
Exactly.
what it is.
They're not metal, they're again resin printed, so you can progress with this, but also because we like fancy colors, we have also printed another two which we painted in metal colors like silver and copper it is, or bronze, whatever that is. And most importantly, when you put all the polyomino tiles around and you track where you are basically, we have printed this. I don't even know how they call it. This is basically
where you put your
third.
twine on,
Yeah, exactly. And we have the white and the black, and this is actually thread here. So again, the token is 3D printed, but have put real thread here with a bit of glue. So this is very nice to represent the progress of the game.
You probably could have bought some like real ones, but yeah.
I know. Like even this could be metallic, right? Different colors. Yes, correct. And then for the money, which in this game is basically buttons, we have again 3D printed, a lot of 3D printing here, buttons in the same color as the money basically, and you have denominations of 10, 5s and 1s, and this is the bonus if you complete the 7x7 region first.
It would be very nice to find like real buttons, but then how do you scribble and then 5 and 1 like unless you find like different sizes? But
Yes.
it's quite hard.
If you find two sizes, like have 1 and 5. But yeah, some people do use real buttons. But yeah, we have these 3D print upgrades. And by the way, if you're wondering what is this here, there's a deck of cards which doesn't come originally with a game. It's the Patchwork Automa, which was offered as a promo at some point, and I managed to track it down. It's if you want to play Patchwork solo, basically a set of
very
Automa
nice.
cards. Yes.
Now our last game on our list, and surely not the least, we are going to talk about Targi. And Targi is a very nice two-player game that we have had for quite a while.
Targi is a game designed by Andreas Steiger, and surprisingly, this is his only design.
And you can find this game in like, I want to say we've seen it in different countries, and you can find it almost everywhere, and it's very easily accessible. It's quite cheap as well.
Sometimes you can find an offer for 10 or 15 pounds.
Which is quite good. It's quite a lot of game for what it is, for how little it is. Righty, let's see. So in Targi, what you do is you have a grid made by cards, and you place you're in the desert, so you place your, what do you call them? Explorers? Something along
Nomads.
Nomads. That's a good word. You place your nomads on the exterior frame of the cards, and then you place intersection markers on the cards in the middle. Righty.
Yeah, it has a very nifty worker placement system, I would say.
With a twist.
Yeah, with a twist, with intersections of the workers' placement. Yes,
twist.
with a twist and a nice blocking as well. Nice.
A blocking, yes, definitely.
A bit of take that.
What is this?
This is a rule book for the solo mode of the game.
Oh yeah, solo.
It's an official actually rule book, and you also use this die here to play solo.
Targi solo.
Targi solo, indeed. I'm just organizing a little bit.
So the game comes with a big pack of cards, like a deck of cards here with goods and many things.
And locations, yes.
And locations and everything else. And the game comes with these kind of meeples, and this is the rubber over here. And these little cylinders are for intersections. And we have replaced that with this. We'll just pull a couple out so you can see.
This is mine.
Intersection.
Thank you.
And these are what Fortis has printed over here, and they look very nifty, and it's very nice to like just take them and take your placement. They're all 3D printed and they feel very nice. They're a bit bigger than the normal meeples, but it's very nice to play with.
They're the same height, but they're a bit thicker, a bit more hefty.
Thick.
And this is also the rubber meeple that goes around the board.
Yeah,
and
follows you around, punishes you.
Keeps you, and also acts like a timer for the game.
These are the resources and everything else that the game came with. So everything is just like cardboard tokens, which is not bad. We replaced that with this. This is your first player token.
Yeah, this and everything else you will see in the rest of the Elena's presentation. It's basically it's a Targi upgrade set from a BGG store.
BGG is full of wonders. So metal coins and some metal tokens for points. You have 1, 3, and 5 over here, and they're all very metally. And we have these nice. That came in the same set, you said.
They came in the same set.
These I think they're like acrylic. They look very similar to the ones from
Le Havre.
Le Havre, that's the one.
Orléans as well is the same material, but Orléans is round.
It's round, yes. Yeah. It's the same material, yes.
It's the same exactly size of Le Havre, 4mm thickness, and heat transfer printing. Very good.
And they're printed both sides as
Yeah.
well, so you know they're very nice and it does change the experience. And we like this game very much, so we decided to invest all of this, which is probably more than what the game actually is worth. But the game is very nice, so we've put our hearts and souls in it.
And that's not all, because we have also
there is more.
Yes, we have printed for this game a playmat, and this doesn't fit in the box, unfortunately. Even the playmat itself, I think it cost us more than the game itself. So instead of setting up the cards for the different locations around the board, we have found this design. Again, I think we found it on BGG, and we printed this playmat here, so you can directly take your chunky meeples and smash them on the board like that.
It does feel very nice. Ha!
Here you have your different cards for the locations and the resources. And when the workers do the intersections, you also place them. It's very nice playmat. Also a bit, how to call this, stitched. Yes.
Super quality, what can I say?
So yeah, this was our last game that we'd like to discuss today, and we hope you enjoyed all the 10 games we presented for you guys.
Tell us what your most upgraded game is in the comments. We would like to know about that, whether there's anything that you would want to suggest in regards to upgrades, because as you can see, we really like them and it does make a difference for us.
And what do you like most? Do you like metal coins most? Do you like playmats most? Do you like upgraded resources? Sleeves, simply like sleeves. We don't use sleeves usually in our games, right?
Yeah, what's your choice of poison?
Alright, so thank you so much for watching.
See you later.
Bye.